In June 2022, I had been to Brookville in Montgomery County, which is an hour away from Baltimore and Washington, D.C. airport, where my uncle, who in my native tongue we call Mama, lives. His home has a great backyard with his newly made patio. For me, as a bird watcher, a treat of a different kind. I spent my early mornings and evenings watching the flying wonders and was lucky to capture some of them. It was summertime and many of the birds were breeding and nesting. Every time I stepped out of the house, this bird was always around. It was the American robin, picking up multiple long worms and holding it tight in its beak. Seems like it had a big clutch size or a very, very hungry fledgling. Though this bird is called robin, it belongs to the Turtidae family, which includes the thrushes. From the same family, I found one more bird perched on branches at near eye level, which was the eastern bluebird. I got used to watching this ball of red, the northern cardinal, flying all over the backyard. It was difficult for me to believe that this colorful blue bird belonged to the Corvidae family. But once I heard its harsh call, I had no doubt it belonged to the same family as the crows. The mourning dove, I heard, is one of the commonest birds, getting its name from its mourning call. I was amazed to see three kinds of sparrows: the chipping sparrow foraging in the lawns, the field sparrow perched on the dense tree, and the song sparrow mostly singing from the rooftop. I could never miss the presence of this grey catbird, prancing all around the lawn and singing while perched in the middle canopy. Two birds from the Tyrrhinidae family of tyrant flycatchers, the eastern phoebe and eastern kingbird, reminded me of the migrant flycatchers in India. Staying in a metro city of Mumbai in India and not being able to see finches as local birds, this house finch with its beautiful red head and throat excited me. Another finch which I saw only a couple of times was the bright yellow American goldfinch. The regular visitor to the backyard, foraging while creeping up the tree, was the white-breasted nuthatch. What excitement to see four kinds of woodpeckers just outside the house. The northern flicker with black moustache, black crescent on its upper breast, dark brown bars above and black dots on its underparts. It was often seen foraging in the mulch under the big trees. This species is primarily ground foraging woodpecker. The pileated woodpecker was knocking on the branches of big trees as well as wooden fences. The red-bellied woodpecker, though preening high up in the trees, could not be missed due to its shiny red head. And then I found him again, getting lucky with a worm while foraging on the tree. The downy woodpecker was the most difficult to capture as it preferred to forage while being hidden behind the foliage. I could not believe that I could see two wrens so near home. The Carolina wren was a regular visitor, even making the backyard couch its perch to sing. I spotted this house wren only once on the other side of the road. Maybe the two wrens ensured they had different territories. This ruby-throated hummingbird is a sprinter in its own league. When I could see something darting past, not knowing what went by, I was sure it would be this tiny hummingbird. Though there was a flock of 6 birds, this is the only picture I could manage of the great crested flycatcher, as they had decided to perch on the highest branch 20 feet above ground. In this trip, I visited some water bodies, marshlands and forest trails, and anywhere where there was water, these Canada goose were present. I was happy to meet this familiar barn swallow who obliged by sitting on a fence 4 feet away from me. The northern mockingbird and the brown thrasher both belong to the same family Mimidae as the grey catbird. The bird busy preening is the blue-grey gnatcatcher from the family Polioptilidae, my first species from this family. The common yellowthroat belongs to the family Perulidae, that is, the New World warblers. The red-shouldered hawk and the turkey vulture were the most commonly spotted birds of prey. For the next few minutes, please enjoy the calls and songs of these birds. And thanks for watching.